Point first.
Oh, yep. My fire. I'm dead.
Welcome back to the vlog. This is number 17. We're going to go into a few things today, including what just happened in the beginning. But right now we are 3D printing our own parts for our cameras. These attach with a little screw and you use a bit of Velcro, and it's a great cable management system. Printing it yourself saves you a ton of money. This probably cost a couple pennies to make, and I make them often for myself. We're headed off to Oklahoma for another agency shoot. I have my bigger rock and roller here so I can pile everything nice and easy. I don't want to rely on the hotel having a cart for me. But when I was going to the elevators, I got this nice little warning. National Weather Service, tornadoes. This is where you need to go in case there's a tornado. So I was like, whoa, I hope the shoot doesn't get canceled, and I hope I don't have to hide from a tornado, but it's part of the risk when you live or work in the areas right next to Tornado Alley or right in the middle of Tornado Alley. So this is my hotel room, giving you a nice little view, and this is the view out the window facing the north, and you can see those clouds just forming. So a little ominous, but that's part of it. You're going to come across situations like this, but it's always good to just stay alert, stay active with weather warnings, and just pay attention to the apps to see what's going on. And sometimes you may have to contact the client and say what's going to happen. So I'm setting up my DJI Ronin RS2 right here. I packed it away for easy transport so it doesn't get damaged in transport, but I do set it up the night before the shoot, so when I arrive on location, I just pick it up and I'm ready to go with it, and it saves me a lot of time. I usually have to rebalance and adjust things depending on what I do, especially because when I pack it away, it doesn't pack away flat. So I've gotten so good at balancing this thing, I could do it within just a couple minutes like you see here. Also, I went ahead and teched my cameras to make the settings match. So when I'm going into the shoot, I'm not sitting there fiddling with settings and making the mistake of messing something up. Cool little trick about white balance, set it where it's going to look terrible, like all the way yellow or all the way blue. That way you don't miss things when you're on site and it's close and you forget to set it. I woke up the next morning and I noticed the radar was showing a lot of storms. So I was like, well, we're in for it today. So, I was just getting prepared, looking at when the best time to get exteriors would be, and I planned for it. When I got on location, well, things changed. So the storms kept coming in. We kept getting thunder, lightning, and that wasn't going to be good for exteriors. But later on in the shoot, I ended up getting a chance to get it while it was dry, or not necessarily dry, but not raining constantly, and I got some shots. And then at the end of the day, I really lucked out and was able to get stuff when the sun came out. Here's the clouds at the start of the morning. It doesn't really look good. A lot of thunder and lightning in the background, so just kind of had to go with it. Here's a little lighting setup that I have that I travel with, and it actually is pretty compact. There's 4 lights in here. I have a 200D Amaran in one slot. Then the next slot is also a 200D packed away, so that's 2 good lights. And then I have a 60D with the Fresnel built in, and then I have my little Godox tube light for a hair light, accent, or whatever I need. It all packs into a 300D case, which is great. This location was amazing, and we actually used no extra lights for this, which was awesome. But I did have to do photography, so we did use a flash when we moved around. And here's me tucked into one of the rooms that we weren't using, out of sight, out of mind, so it wouldn't be a distraction and I wouldn't have to shuffle things around. And everything just piled in real nice and made it very convenient to get to. So here's how the interview turned out. Like I said, there was no lights used. We just took advantage of the ambient light coming in through the windows. I did adjust some of their kind of like curtains that can darken things up, and I like the separation that we're getting. Like I said, this is pretty much straight out of camera. It hasn't been adjusted. I haven't evened out the exposure for both of them or done anything too crazy to fine tune the color of it. But I'm really pleased with how this turned out. Their space was really nice and clean. It was real modern. It was newly built, so it made it very, very easy to get a great shot. So this is our wide shot with a 50mm 1.2, And then this is our secondary shot or our second angle B cam. And I left a little room for cropping. We shot in 4K and they usually deliver in 1080. So I always give them a little bit of headroom when I can if I think that they're going to make some adjustments. But it ended up being really nice, really clean, and that darker background really helped make the people pop out of the image, especially if they were wearing lighter colors or they had a lighter hair color. And any lighting that you see is what's there. I didn't set it up because the time constraints made it difficult and I wanted to be nimble. It would have taken an extra 5 minutes to set up a light, but we just went with it, rocked it out, went with the natural lighting. That's a wrap on the shoot. We avoided tornadoes and we're headed home. Beautiful sunsets, but a 4-hour drive. It's one of the things, you go out of town and you drive, you've got to drive back. So it can be strenuous sometimes, but it's part of the job. You've got to just calculate, is it worth it with the gas, the time, and the money you're going to get back, wear and tear on your vehicle? That's a calculation you have to make. But it's part of the process of building your business. Sometimes you have to go a little bit outside of your area to keep that money flow going. But you know what? Be careful. Don't burn yourself out. A lot of people will take lower paying jobs because they're worried about not making money and they stretch themselves too far, and that results in burnout. All right. Headed this way. I'm gonna help you get there. So big pond over here. There you go. Yeah, I'm that guy. I had to rescue the turtle and his friends. Sorry. Not sorry. But let's talk about burnout. When you get burnout from doing the same thing over and over again, like if you're a wedding shooter and you just shoot wedding after wedding after wedding, they tend to feel the same over and over. And how can you be creative? How can you be different? Does the client even allow you to be creative? Because they may want the same thing you've shot 100 other times and you've got to produce the same thing, or they're going to be upset even if it's a better shoot. So you've just got to stay on your feet and you've got to do things to distract you away from the repetitiveness. So I started to take on a new hobby, and it's actually airsoft. So that's what the clip was at the beginning. And you know what? I took my GoPro with me just because I always take a camera with me everywhere, and I captured some action. So let me know what you do in your free time when you're not out there shooting and what hobbies you have. Comment down below under this video and talk about what keeps your passion going and what keeps you sane when you're not working. We are at D14 Airsoft in Sanger, Texas. The game mode is 4 down pilots in the middle of the map. They get 4 medic revives before they're dead. Once they're dead, we can extract them and take them to our spawn. The team with the most pilots in their spawn by the end of the game wins. They held up their defenses really well. They actually used a seat cushion from one of the pilot seats to help protect them, as you can see here. Go for it! Right there! Yep, I see those fingers. Okay, wait, I'll tell you one. Hang on. See where that cushion is? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna kick that in and you spray him, okay? I can't shoot in there. There's one guy moving around in the very back. You see his head right there in the back window? Yeah. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Shoot him! All right, come on. The pilots are dead! The pilots are we gotta drag him out, right? Yeah. Come on! It's free game! Give me a second. I think I got shot. I think I'm good. Come on. Win. Wait, where you at? Right there, I got you. You're out. Okay, come on.
Give me cover fire!
Oh no.
Come on. Are you safe to go through that hole there?
Bucket, sure.
Okay, let's go. Come on. Hit!
Good job, team. You revived the pilot. That's a bad thing.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, your buddy did not understand the rule.
Point first.
Yeah, my fire, I'm dead.
Watch out, they're about to come at you. Do you have ammo? Do you have ammo?
Who's inside the plane right now, boys?
5-minute warning! 5 minutes on this game! 5-minute warning!
Help! Hit. I'm out.
Coming out. Who wants me? You want me?
I'm moving.